What is up, everybody? It is not tier list day, but here we are with another tier list. My name is Wes. This is Top Shelfers. And our Quentin Tarantino tier list did really well. And like I said, if it did, we would be doing more tier lists like it. So today we're doing arguably even a more difficult one. And we are rating Christopher Nolan his whole entire filmography in tier list fashion. However, we are doing it the best or worst, best to worst, worst to best, however you want to look at it. Listen, this is going to be tough. I'm a big fan. I'm sure everyone watching this is a big fan. I'm excited for the Odyssey to see what happens. Um, Now we are only doing his main filmography. I know that he has a couple shorts. We're not gonna add those into the list, man. So I don't really know where to begin here, because I think I know my top three or four, but I don't really know how we get there. I think the first one is easy for me. It's going to be following. It was his first main film. I've seen it one time. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't. I wouldn't write home about it, right? And then I think an easy follow up to that um, is going to be Insomnia. Again, not awful. None. I don't think anything he's done is awful, but not not on the caliber of the rest of his stuff. And now from this point on is when things get difficult, right? Because where my head's at, I'm like, okay, top 10, bottom of the barrel for his movies. I mean, I think it can't be Memento. It can't be The Prestige. It can't be Dark Knight. It can't be Inception. It can't be Interstellar, and it can't be Oppenheimer. Let's just I'll make that very clear here. If it helps, we can put what we know is going to be up here, up here, right? We know that that's going to be up there. It just is. Um, but that doesn't necessarily make this section any harder. Um, I really liked Tenant, but I did feel like it was kind of weak. I don't know. I just ugh. I know Inception came out in between, like something like this, but whatever. Um, it's tough. I mean, it's just tough. It's tough. Here's where I'm thinking. We're gonna go 10 as Tenet. It was a good movie. I love the idea. It wasn't masterful, right? In my opinion. Oh. Then we're gonna go Batman Begins. Still amazing, right? That's the thing. Like I said with Quentin Tarantino's movie, none of these movies are bad, right? Following, not awesome, but everything from Insomnia up is a phenomenal movie. I'll watch Batman right now. I'll watch Tenet right now, right? Like it doesn't mean that these movies are bad. This is just my opinion. Um, I think then we're going to do. Oh man, we're going to do The Dark Knight Rises with Bane, good old Baney boy, and then we'll do Dunkirk. I'm a war movie guy. Dunkirk was phenomenal. I enjoyed Dunkirk quite a bit. Um, I think that that will probably be the hottest take is putting The Dark Knight Rises that low and putting Dunkirk over Dark Knight Rises because I know that you Batman fans are a different breed. um, they're phenomenal. I just enjoy these other movies better. Now we get into the difficult part in my mind. The top 6. I think shit. um cuz here's my problem. Memento is absolutely insane, right? You have to watch that movie a couple times. It's phenomenal. But I just don't know if I like it better than the other stuff. I'll tell you right now, it's between Momentum and The Prestige for this section. It just is. One will be 6, one will be 5. And I'm just trying to think like, did I like did I like The Prestige better than Memento? I just don't know. I just don't know if I did. Because here's the thing, right? The Prestige, very good. It's just a good movie, right? Memento is one of those movies where you're done, kind of like Inception. You're done and you're like, what? Are we sure? Do we know what we just watched? I think, yeah, I think we're going Prestige, Memento. Tough, I know, but that's what I'm going with. So now it's down to our top 4, and this is tricky. This is tricky. So I'm looking at scores online, right? And I don't agree with these scores personally because it has the Dark Knight as the best one, right? Which I get it. Probably the best superhero movie ever made. And it has Inception and then Interstellar and then Oppenheimer. I don't hate that, but I just don't think that that's how I would do it. Is it? I don't know. I think I think it might be. Fuck. I think Oppenheimer, for all intents and purposes, is 4. Great movie. But there's one thing that holds Oppenheimer back from the top and a lot of these other movies that Nolan's done is I'm not necessarily rushing to rewatch Oppenheimer. I've seen it. I've watched it twice now, but I think I'm good at two. It's masterful. It's amazing. It tells a story of one of the most important parts of our history, right? It's so good. But when you look at these last three, to really enjoy what they have to offer, you have to watch them three plus times. Maybe in The Dark Knight you can argue, but Inception for sure, Interstellar for sure. So that's where Oppenheimer's going to go. Does it have recency bias? It's an argument we could have. Um, I just don't think. I think if I'm switching anything here, it would be like this. The more I look at it, the more I'm better with like this. But I don't think Batman gets higher than there. Yeah, I don't think so. So, what are we doing? What am I doing? What am I going to do? I feel like I'm just stretching this out longer than it needs to be. Um, fuck. I love Interstellar. Interstellar is one of those movies that you just the more times you watch it, the better it is. I just rewatched it again, I think for the fifth or sixth time, and I've enjoyed it more with the little bits of stuff that you pick up that you miss. Inception is just insane. Even to this day, the argument of is the end of the movie him in his dream or not is still raging. I think they've confirmed that he's not, but it's still an argument that could be made. And The Dark Knight, like, how many superhero movies exist? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, right? For it to be probably the best one ever made is saying something. Okay, here's my list. Listen, every single one of you, whether you subscribe, whether I know you or not, I respect your opinion. So don't come at me. But if you do, be polite. Be polite. No, I want to know your guys' opinions in all honesty. And I have it. I'm ready. And I'm going to piss everybody off. Inception's 3, Dark Knight's 2, Interstellar's 1. I know. I know. I think there's people who would put Interstellar at like 5 and 6. I get it. There's something about that movie that really does it for me. And I can't fully explain it. I just can't. It's I think at its core the character portrayed by Matthew McConaughey I think gets overlooked in the sense of like he had what a lot of people would die for. He had a family, he had kids that loved him. The wife not in the picture, sadly, but had experienced love, and he still chose to do something that he thought was bigger and greater than himself, but he still did it selfishly. And then you see that regardless of how amazing the thing is that he's doing, the things that he got to experience, the traveling in literal space and time, and all he cared about was getting back to his daughter because he realized that all of the other stuff didn't matter. He had the thing that mattered at home. And it just, I feel like that resonates with me quite a bit of my personal thought of like thinking that I should be doing something bigger and grander, but it's just selfish desire when I have the things that make me happy already. And Interstellar helps me kind of like understand that. And it's a beautiful, well crafted visual movie. Like it is. Um, and the Dark Knight, like I mean, we we know that the Joker was one of the greatest portrayed characters of all time. We really do. I mean, it's I would be hard pressed if that isn't in the top five best performances ever. Um, when Heath Ledger is on camera, that is the greatest one of the greatest movies ever made. However, when he's not on camera, I'm like, okay, well, let's get back to Heath Ledger's Joker. And Inception is just a master class of thought provoking ideas. Um, I will I will have to revisit more Inception in my life. It's been a while since I've rewatched it, but this is my list. Let's take a quick community rank, see if there is one. It seemed. Oh wow. Okay. Trash. Fuck out of here. Batman Begins or Batman Rises. Oh jeez. Not so good. Oh yeah, I changed it obviously, right? Based Oppenheimer, Prestige, Interstellar, Dunkirk. They had God tiers, Inception, and Memento. I mean, I agree, but interesting. All right, well, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. It helps me out. It's just one button, and you're gonna see me go live, notifications, and some videos that come out that I'm gonna probably just be doing more tier list and more higher production stuff. So, what does it hurt? It helps me. Doesn't hurt you. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.